Money is cool because it's the simplest way to compel people to do things. I'll give you $20 if you eat this cricket. I'll give you $288 million if you give me unchecked power in the American government after you get elected. Hello, my name is Erik, and I want to be powerful. I want money so I can buy things and pay people to do things. I want to have influence so that the ideas that I share take hold in people's minds. Today, we're going to be talking about some people who also seek to make themselves more powerful, starting with Elon Musk, the richest person in the world. I didn't know who Musk was until Reddit started making memes about him. The meme was that Musk is a genius with a heart of gold. He's a billionaire who has the power to reshape society, but he's also one of us. He's a gamer. If you had a crazy idea that needed funding, you can make a meme about it, and there's a chance that Musk would see it. This cursed PewDiePie video from 2019 captures what I think is one of the best moments of Musk's life.
Now, will Elon Musk host meme review? Gosh darn, it would make my life. It would make this channel. After everything this channel has gone through, it would be the best thing that it could possibly happen.
Oh! Hey, welcome to Meme Review with your hosts, me, Justin Roiland, and Elon Musk.
Yeah, welcome.
Right here.
It's like a mid-range. It's a mid-range meme.
Yeah, I don't think this one's got legs. Also, it's kind of tipping into the political area, which is like, I don't know, who needs it?
You know what would be funny? Get off my lawn.
That would
Just get off my lawn would be great.
That would be.
He looks to PewDiePie's production crew to see if they liked his joke. In this moment, a man worth $22 billion believes that he's funny. For some reason, he wants to be accepted by young people who spend their time making memes and playing video games. There was that time he paid people to play hundreds of hours of Path of Exile 2 for him so that he can stream himself on Twitter and pretend he got all the high-level gear by himself.
Can I show me your gear? All right, you really want me to show me? Okay, fine. So you can see, like, this is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
Or that time he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and said he used to be one of the best Quake players in the world.
Well, it's so
the fine
hard.
motor skills have to be excellent.
If you think about like StarCraft or any game like Quake, any game where a lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah. Actually, if I mention Quake, way back in the day, I was one of the world's best Quake players.
It's so silly that he lies about this kind of stuff. According to Forbes, Musk was worth $25 billion in 2020, $195 billion in 2024, $342 billion in 2025, and he's currently worth $839 billion. Forbes contradicts itself on the same webpage, saying that he's actually worth $815 billion, but what difference does $25 billion make? He said on Twitter the other day he wanted to reach a net worth of $10 trillion. Well, he said 10 trillion or bust in response to a tweet commenting on his net worth, which may be seen as a joke, but as we know...
That was something. I am become meme. Yeah, pretty much. I'm living the meme. It's like there's living the dream and there's living the meme, and it's pretty much what's happening, You're like...
As of March 3rd, 2025, the US government had given Musk $38 billion in contracts for his various companies. Thank you to these authors at the Washington Post for putting together this article that details the history of Musk's government contracts. They summarized their findings in this very interesting graph. In 2014, Nevada promised Tesla $1.3 billion in tax breaks if they built a factory in Nevada. If Nevada hadn't offered Musk $1.3 billion in tax breaks, he would have built his factory in a state that would give him a massive tax break. The idea for Nevada is that the Tesla factory will provide thousands of jobs and, despite the tax breaks, will pay billions in taxes over the next few decades. It's hard to say, even a decade later, if this deal was worth it for Nevada. I just think it's weird that when Tesla was looking for a state to build his factory in, there was a bidding war. Before Nevada had offered their deal, Musk said that he expected $500 million in tax breaks from the state he builds his factory in. Then California offered him $500 million in tax breaks and exemptions from the supposedly strict California Environmental Quality Act. And California still lost to Nevada. If you want to hear more about Musk's $38 billion love affair with the American government, then you should read this article that I'll link in the description. Okay, now that you've read the article, I want to ask, what was your reaction when you read this? About a third of Tesla's $35 billion in profits since 2014 has come from selling federal and state regulatory credits to other automakers. The credits are given to automakers that meet certain standards, including selling a certain percentage of zero-emission vehicles. Tesla is the largest seller of these credits to automakers that don't meet the standards and want to avoid paying a fine. My understanding of Tesla's regulatory credits is this. Some states have programs that are designed to get more electric vehicles on the market. The government tells car companies, the more electric vehicles you sell, the more regulatory credits you get. If a car company doesn't have enough regulatory credits, the government will fine them. This makes some sense from a progressive standpoint. To get more electric vehicles on the streets, the government should pay car companies to make electric vehicles and fine them if they don't. But hold on. Tesla is the largest seller of these credits to automakers that don't meet the standards and want to avoid paying a fine? Tesla only produces electric cars, so they are awarded a lot of regulatory credits. Then, for some reason that's unexplainable to me, Tesla is then allowed to sell those credits to other major car companies that don't meet the standards. The government has the power to fine major car companies for not meeting their standards for electric vehicles, but instead they've worked out a system where major car companies don't have to pay fines as long as they pay Tesla $2 to $3 billion a year. This is ridiculous. It's as if in the government's mind, they're protecting the climate by helping Tesla become a profitable company. Musk spent 130 days running the Department of Government Efficiency with the goal of reducing the federal budget by $2 trillion. He had made billions of dollars from government funding, and now, thanks to a $288 million donation, he was in charge of government funding. I imagine that he felt like God. Finding ways to make government spending more efficient is a great goal to have, but that wasn't something that DOGE achieved. At an October 2024 Trump rally in New York City, Musk said this.
What a great group of people.
All right, I've only got one question for you, and then I'm getting out of here because this is your stage. But we set up DOGE.
Yes.
How much do you think we can rip out of this wasted $6.5 trillion Harris-Biden budget?
Well, I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
Yes.
$2 trillion.
Months later, when it became obvious that DOGE couldn't find a way to cut a third of the federal budget, he reduced the goal to $1 trillion. This Trump rally is the first instance of Musk setting the goal of $2 trillion, and I'm convinced that until that man asked him what DOGE's goal was, he hadn't really considered it. So, on the spot, he said he could cut $2 trillion from a $7 trillion budget, and everybody cheers like that's not completely ridiculous. Musk will tell you that the billions of dollars that states spend to host Tesla is justified for two reasons. Tesla will bring jobs into the state, and Tesla's electric cars are good for the environment. So it's funny that when Musk was running DOGE, he cut 271,000 federal jobs and billions of dollars from the Environmental Protection Agency. His goals for the future have nothing to do with sustaining the economy or rehabilitating the environment. His goal is to reach a net worth of $10 trillion. When I think about the power that I have, the impact that I can make on the world, and I compare it to the power that Musk has, it's demoralizing. He'll continue to get more rich, making us more poor, and there's nothing I can do about it. Musk lives in a big world, and I live in a small world. If you want power, money is very important, but there are other forms of power. Whoever we are and wherever we come from, we build conceptions of how the world works. With those conceptions, we build ideals about how the world should work. We use these conceptions and ideals that we build to decide how to exercise our power. Some people call this ideology. If you can influence someone's ideology, you can compel them to use their power to benefit a cause. That's what I hope to do when I make YouTube videos. If there was a button that instantly made everybody adopt a leftist ideology, I would push it. I don't have that button, so making YouTube videos is the best that I can do. On December 24th, 2025, I posted a video where I respond to a speech given by a Christian conservative media figure. The man's name is Calvin Robinson, and he believes that homosexuality is a sin and should not be ordained by the church. I wish I could have debunked his argument with facts and logic, but I can't prove that God agrees with me and disagrees with Robinson. He says that homosexuality is a sin. I say that homosexuality is not a sin. He says
God is discriminatory.
I say that God isn't. God has a lot of power. Even if you don't believe in them, a lot of people do. So the opinion that God has on homosexuality is very impactful. In my opinion, Robinson is spreading lies about what God believes. So I'll spread the truth. It was 4 hours after I posted the video that Robinson or someone on his team left a comment. The video had 40 views. Should not allow gay marriage within the church. Cannot allow gay marriage within the church. Despite me barely having a platform, I wasn't surprised that Robinson left a comment. He's a provocateur. He likes offending people. I'm sure he got excited when he somehow saw that someone had made a video about him. I ended my video like this. Calvin Robinson believes he is standing up for the truth. He is one of many people who have devoted their life to the fight against equality. Calvin will continue to speak at pro-life events. He will continue to write articles calling for the restoration of patriarchy. He will continue to deliver blatantly homophobic arguments. We cannot compromise with people who want to drag our social politics backwards. The conservative movement has gained ground in recent years, but the course of history in the fight for equality shows us that they will fail.
You do not have the authority to bless sin. When I hear the Bishop of London on record saying these new prayers will mean priests can bless same-sex relationships, some of which may be sexual in nature, I hear the devil at work. Bishops are promoting the idea of sacramental sodomy. Let them be anathema. Repent. And to the rest of you, I have no doubt that some of you will consider me a bigot or a transphobe or a homophobe. That some of you will consider me a bigot or a transphobe or a homophobe. Bigot, a transphobe, homophobe. Bigot, a transphobe, homophobe. Bigot, a transphobe, homophobe. Bigot, a transphobe, homophobe.
Robinson, given the opportunity to respond to me, doesn't deny that he's a bigot, homophobe, transphobe. He doesn't deny that he's dedicated his life to the fight against equality. Neither do the people in my comment section who support him. I'm not convinced I was able to discredit Robinson in the eyes of anybody who believes in him, but I was able to come to an important understanding. He's no longer afraid or ashamed of being considered a bigot.
Yes. CR here, reporting live from day one at E3 here in Los Angeles. It's been another crazy day. I was among the first people to see live gameplay footage of Mortal Kombat X, which seems to be what they're calling it, rather than Mortal Kombat 10. Don't ask me. But anyway, it looks great. It looks like, the engine that they've been building on since MK9 and Injustice.
He used to run a website and YouTube channel about video games called God is a Geek. Now his job is to sell conservatism. There's an entire world of people who have created an audience for themselves by selling an ideology that endorses bigotry in some form or another. So I'm grateful to the leftists who create content with integrity. I think Sean is my favorite YouTuber right now. If you're a leftist on YouTube, then you probably know who this guy is. He makes content that calls out the same kind of knuckleheads that I want to call out. Sean can't buy his way into the Trump administration, but he can raise over $400,000 for Palestinian children. I want to be like Sean. It takes years for people to build a platform. I don't have expectations of quick success. I'm going to take it one video at a time and enjoy the process. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to, and look in the description if you want to see the sources that I used to gather information for this video. Shout out to Unpotted for being the only person in my comment section that seems to be on my side. And from now on, I'm an internet person. This channel is my corner of the internet, my small world.